Yeah. Okay. So my name is Blessing. I'm senior developer for Circle. I'm based there in London, and I've been working with Circle almost 1 year now. So today I'm going to walk you guys through how to create gasless transaction with Circle's Web3 services, and kind of talk about how that weaves into what you are going to be, the project you are going to be building for the Circle Bounty. And I'm going to show you a quick demo on how to create that as well. So in case I don't have time to take questions, I'll be right outside after the presentation and we could chat for questions, or you could also come to the booth. I'll be there all day today, tomorrow. So I'll be happy to take your questions as well. All right, jump into it. Put together this stack diagram to sort of explain to you the Circle technology stack, and that would help you think through how to build your project for the bounty prizes. If we start from the base, you see all the blockchain networks that USDC is on, and that's you could have your EVM compatible blockchain on top on that. And then on top of it, you've got the stablecoin protocols. You've got USDC, you've got URC, and you've got CCTP. If you're familiar with CCTP, show your hands, wave your hand. Oh, okay, amazing. So you've got CCTP, and to just explain really quickly what CCTP does, CCTP lets you move USDC across chain, opening up liquidity and helping against the liquidity fragmentation, because you could send from one chain to the other chain. If your USDC is on one chain, you could send to the other chain. And then on top of that, you've got the Web3 Services, which is kind of like the Circle's new product offering that offers APIs where you can embed wallet, that's programmable wallet, and then where you can build, deploy, and manage smart contract, that's the smart contract platform. And we've made this so easy by just with a single API call, you're going to be deploying and minting your NFTs. And also below that, you've got the gas station, which lets you sponsor network gas fees for your users. Thankfully, the first presentation already kind of gave us the technical details of account abstraction. Now I'm coming to show you kind of like the demo of how you can send USDC from one wallet to another wallet, sponsoring the gas fee. So, and on top of that is your application that you're going to build during this hackathon. So you can kind of see how the old Circle technology stack connect together to basically serve your business offering and the application that you're going to build during this hackathon. So I've put together a quick demo, and this demo I'm going to show you how to easily use the learning platform that we've prepared at Circle to create gasless transaction. And this learning platform helps you learn how to either work with the user-controlled programmable wallet. Programmable wallet is divided into two. You've got the user-controlled programmable wallet, you've got the developer-controlled programmable wallet. And then with user-controlled programmable wallet, I'm just going to show you in a very few steps how you can easily use that. So the first, we've got about 7 steps here. And the end of this step is that you're going to create your first transaction. And transaction will be from one wallet to another wallet, all gasless. So the first thing you are going to do right here is to get your API key. And to get your API key, you go to the console. So this is the console. It's console.circle.com, and then all you need to do is go to the API key section, click on create API key, and when you click on create API key, you just put in an API key name. So let's put Arc London. And so with that, I can easily create a standard API key, and this I can just copy this API key, and that's what I'm going to use to show you how to interact with the APIs pretty much easily, and then be able to send your gasless transaction. So I've copied these. For the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to keep it in this Google Docs so that I have access to it. But if you go back to the platform, the next step where you are going to basically use your user-controlled programmable wallet is to acquire what's called the app ID. So the app ID, it is a recognizer that sort of identify your application or your application that you are essentially building in the Circle platform. So with you've got the API calls, sample code that you can just copy and interact with in your application as you hack, right? So you can just copy this, but this platform is built so that you can interact and test out how all this thing kind of works. So I put in my API key here, and then I'll hit the execute button, and that would give me my app ID. So with my app ID, I can copy it again and just put it in this doc so that we can have access to it in case we need it. So I've sort of I'll close this so that it doesn't get in the way. So I've acquired my app ID. The next step to do is to create and initialize the user. So for example, if you're building a mobile or web application, once your user signs up, the next thing you will do is grant them a wallet that they can use to transact on your platform. And that's what the next step is going to go over. And I'm going to show you examples of snippet API calls that you can just copy the code and just test it out in your application. So all you need to do right here is create a new user. So to go through a quick steps of what's entailed creating a new user, you create a user, you acquire session token, and then you initialize the user. Apologies if I'm working super fast, it's because of time, but I'm around to chat a bit more after this. But essentially what you need right here is that to initialize your user needs a way to be able to, you need a way to be able to identify your user, and that's where the user ID comes in. And I'm just going to generate a quick user ID right here using this example platform, and then I'm just going to put that in right here, and that's the user ID. So you could embed the code into your application where your user gets a particular user ID. So I'm going to use Machich Mumbai blockchain, and that would give me my user. So you can see right here that the response I got back is a user token, encryption key, and then a challenge ID. More on challenge ID in a bit. I'm going to tell you more about challenge ID. So the important reason why you need challenge ID is that you need to be able to interact. You need a way for your user to be able to interact with your application, and then you need to be able to grant that securely. So they need to complete what's called a challenge in a way that if your user was to send USDC from one wallet to another wallet, you need to be able to know that it's your user, it's not any other person. So that's why you would add a challenge, and we're going to basically create a challenge, and we're going to complete a challenge. So with this snippet, it's been filled with the user token, the encryption key, and the challenge ID that we retrieved in the previous step. I'm just going to click the execute button right here, and what you see right here is kind of like how you would offer this offering to your user when they want to create a transaction or when they want to create an account on your platform. They need to create their own PIN, and with that, all you need to do is set a PIN. I'm going to create a PIN right here for the purpose of this demo, and I'll enter the PIN again. So you can see that we're already presenting a sort of like a Web2 interface that almost everyone is familiar with. And to his point in the previous topic, you can just walk down the street of London, and then you can let your user transact on chain without even realizing that they are using on chain operations. So I've created my PIN. Next thing is set a recovery question in case your user forgets forgets the PIN. You can set up a question. So I'm just going to put in random answers. So let's put in London for this. Let's put this London so that I differentiate them. I'm going to put in favorite sports team. I'm going to put in Manchester, and then I'll put in City, right? So let's complete that. So your user, they've got their recovery questions, and they can easily retrieve their PIN in case it's forgotten. So this is kind of like the last step where you give them to say they agree, and you continue, and the challenge has been successful. So your user can go onto the platform to transact, send money from one USDC to another, send one USDC from one wallet to another wallet, right? So once that's complete, let's check the wallet status. And to check the wallet status, you need the user ID, because that's the user ID that indicates the user. So you hit the execute button, and you can see right here that we've got our wallet address, and then we've got a particular blockchain, and you can see what's written SCA. That's the smart contract account that is assigned to the user, meaning that you can send gasless transaction, sponsoring the gas easily. So I'm just going to copy this information, and I'll put that in this document, right? I'm kind of walking through all this really fast, and I'll copy the address because we need to use the address to send transaction shortly. So I'll copy the address, and then I'll put that. So we need the wallet ID right? I'll copy the wallet ID right here. And the reason why you need the wallet ID is that this platform is built in a way that would offer you 10 USDC, 10 testnet USDC for you to sort of interact and understand how to use the platform. So I'll put in the wallet ID here and hit the execute button. And you can see that we've sent you 10 USDC so that you can play with that testnet USDC and transact, right? So in the next step, I'll sort of initiate a transaction. And to initiate a transaction, we're just going to send from one address to another address so that you can see how to create your first gasless transaction. So these are API sample codes. We've got developer documentations and videos as well that you can watch to understand how to build with this more deeply. So we're going to send 2 USDC from this address to the same address just to test out. Okay, that's the wrong thing. Let me just copy the address right here. And right, so we need the token ID okay, yeah, we need to get the token ID right here. So we've gotten the token ID, and you can see that this is a USDC token. This is the Matic token. You can see that it's 0. So we're not even using that to pay for gas, right? So all I need to do is copy token ID right here, and then I'll take it down right here, token ID, and I'll go back and copy the address, and then I'll put that in right here, destination address, and let's send to USDC, right? So I'll hit the execute button and the transaction has been created. The user needs to complete a challenge so that we verify that it's the real user that is using your application. So I'll hit the execute button, and remember the password we set in the previous step. We're just going to put that right in here, and in case your user forget the pin, they can easily get out with the recovery question. And you can see that challenge has been successfully completed. Let's go back to the console. And you can see all the transaction that was created. You can see that I sent 2 USDC from this wallet to the other wallet, right? And that's completed. And if you click on one, if you open it, you can see the transaction fee, you can see the user up hash, you can see all the necessary information. And that's how you create your first gasless transaction using Circle Web3 Services platform. So I'm at time now, but I'll walk you through the next thing that you need to know, which is the price pool information that you need to be able to partake in this hackathon. So if you come to Circle price information, you can see a lot more about this, but then I'll just quickly walk through it. We have 4 pools of the hackathon prizes. All you can see right here, the first one is the cross-border payment, which is the best application for any payment infrastructure, peer-to-peer, where it facilitates international transfers across countries, and you can connect that to reward use cases, such as using the smart contract platform to mint NFT, which grants other users kind of like access to get discount from other businesses. So you can sort of connect this transaction with reward use cases, but the gist of it is that you must do all this information for you to be able to win $2,000. And the next prize pool is dollar access. What that means is that you create a mobile or web application that gives your user access to USDC or USD, and that sort of opens up global access with the digital dollar and gives them financial stability. We've included a couple of examples and also recommended tools that you are expected to use, and this is the qualification requirements that you need to be able to qualify to win the prize. And the third one is the crypto capital market, which lets you trade with USDC, give people loans with USDC. And the important thing is that all this must be built with the Circle product, that technology stack that I showed you when I started this presentation. Think through that, and that would help you understand how to build. And the last one is the best emerging use case. We have a lot of people that I've met here that want to build with the Forecaster tool, social media, Web3. A lot of people want to build AI use cases, and we have a ton of examples right here. The CCTP for cross-chain, essentially new application that it's not common. It's what people are already talking about. Account abstraction. It's going to help us with user experience, with the user experience challenge in Web3 in the future. Just really nice emerging use case that is so special with all the Circle Web3 services. The first prize gets $2,500, and the second prize is $1,500. And you can see right here, we have all the resources that you need to be able to learn. We have videos, we have documentation, we have the Learn platform, platform that would essentially teach you how to build with Circle. And then you fill a survey as you're about to submit, because the feedback is also part of the important criteria for you to be able to win. And this is the survey link, right? And that's the prize pool information. I just want to leave this with you that remember that at the heart of every line of code lies the potential to change the world. So as you build with this hackathon, I invite you to build with passion, and I wish you guys all the best. Thank you for the presentation. So I'll hang around if you have more questions, but I think okay, 3. Okay, yes, I'll take one. Yeah.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Oh, does it?
It works. Yeah.
Is it possible to get more access to more blockchains than just Avalanche and Polygon? For example, Base.
So that's the thing. We're working on more blockchain, but for now, this is what we support, and we'll share more announcements when we go live on other blockchains.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's on the roadmap. We're extending this to more blockchain. So if it's not yet on your blockchain of choice, we would announce in the future, because we're working on a roadmap.
But, so it's not available for hackathon, right?
Say again?
For the hackathon, we don't have them yet.
Yeah. It's for the Web3 services, we've only got that on ETH, on Polygon, right? Yeah. But for the hackathon, it's not yet available.
Thanks.
Yeah.
One more question? Good.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. It was really nice coming here. Thank you.